Welcome to Bonus Action, a tabletop podcast. Join us on a Dungeons & Dragons journey through the maelstrom continent of Edax on the world of Caloria. Our daring adventurers will uncover the mysteries of the New World and reveal stories of their past. Let's meet the cast.
Hello, I'm Druten. I am playing Rizarin Inarek, the half-elf paladin.
Hi, my name's Eric. I'll be playing Bartleby Gryffindor, the human warlock, who's got a little bit of a secret behind him.
I'm Tim, and I'll be playing Vale Luckall, a failed wizard turned adventurer.
Hi, I'm Sean, playing Fenrir Oakenshield, a monk halfling who really wants to be a dwarf.
And I'm Rich, also known as Walnuts, and I will be the DM for all of you in my homebrew world of Caloria. Hey guys, we're back!
Sorry, I just have to comment real quick. I do that to Gwen all the time and she gets real mad at me. But I do the Wayne's World. I do 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
and like finger point at her, and she's because we have to record her reading shit for school on her homework. So because it's just for homework. So I'll do that, and every time I do it, she's just like, "Come on, Daddy!" So I catch her. I record some of that. I just get to it, Daddy. Every time, it's amazing. Anyway, sorry. Let's just go from that because it's fantastic.
It's fine.
Good night.
Fine.
It's my favorite.
Hi everyone again.
Hey,
Good evening.
Good evening.
is this evening? We're
Good
doing
evening.
Well, no, we always say goodbye at the beginning and hello at the
Okay.
end. Remember?
We're recording
No.
on a day where I can drink, so I'm doing it.
The only bit that I remember, only because Tim just did it.
Yeah.
We're gonna play some more D&D, guys.
Yay!
Let's just get into it, I guess.
Do you drink, Sean?
Do it.
There's beers in there.
Okay.
Not many, but there's some.
We're just gonna get right into it. Last we left off, you all had made your way down into the you would I was getting
God.
from the producer while we were recording, and now this thing is not tightened.
That's what she said.
Yep.
Hey.
Well, if you would get better mic etiquette and not talk from a mile away,
I was literally like this close.
No, it was like
Yeah,
3
you
inches
jerk.
further.
this.
Talk louder.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You gotta
let's do it.
project and
I-
talk.
Yeah.
Oh, I project.
No, you don't.
Be an alpha
You
male,
only project
Richie.
when you're not reciting things.
I'm actually not resigning. This is all up right here
But
right
like,
now because
but
I
like
didn't
you're
write
trying to
anything
remember what you want to say, and you start.
Hey, voice of God. Quiet.
Yes.
Ha.
DM.
No, you're not. Let's go. Sorry.
So last we played, after that rude interruption, you all went down into the Underdark to seek out the Duragar with with an army of goblins. You decided to investigate a fungal forest down in these caverns that caused more than half your, or about half your goblins to be killed in strange happenstance of being drugged by these spores. Some of you got affected very severely with severe anxiety or even voices in their heads.
hallucinations. Good times.
Hallucinations, all of the such. But you did eventually reach a large underground lake that had an encampment, a small Duragar encampment with a handful of Duragar. You went to talk with them, and instead of conversating at all, you just convinced the goblins that they were being attacked by the Duragar, and you killed the captain of the outpost. After that, they called off their attack. They knocked out the goblin chieftain, and they decided to allow you to spend the night while you talked things over. And they discussed the fact that there's an area that seemed very similar to the magic that was being used on the goblin chief as the decaying lands, or the rotting lands. And maybe that's where some of the corruption is coming, but their city, which I believe they might have told you is known as the Bowl, is also acting. The higher ups are acting strange and not giving all the information out, and the guard presence is very strong and is not as welcoming as the city used to be. So you lot decided it would be good, rather than going directly to the bowl, maybe to go investigate the decaying lands themselves. And so that evening you rested, you woke up, you went towards the decaying lands, and about halfway there you got attacked by a boulette. We learned that Matt Mercer can tell you how to pronounce things on D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
And then you fought him, defeated him. I think one of you might have went down. I can't remember. He bit pretty hard.
I don't recall doing anything, honestly, in that fight, so I don't think I got
I don't recall you doing anything in any fight.
I usually don't do much.
It was better than that one where you rolled exclusively ones.
That was my favorite, though. That's quite honestly my favorite fight of all time.
Somehow your D&D Beyond has a way to die.
Yeah,
for once.
Yeah, for once.
You advantage double one, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah,
it was very impressive.
And that's where we left off. You defeated this boulette, and you were maybe about probably a couple hundred yards, maybe like about an hour's travel or so from the rest of, or from the opening of the caverns. And you, as you close in, you continue to take this walk towards these decaying lands, and those of you with natural dark vision. I know you're shaking your head no, because you got magical dark vision.
Oh, I do have that.
Yeah,
you do.
Those of you with natural dark vision.
So this doesn't affect me?
No.
You can actually see in the dark the best.
You don't know that they're getting this effect,
Okay.
but your sight seems to dim a little bit. If you don't have any dark vision at all, you just can't. And you're using a torch. Your torch doesn't really pierce the veil that well. Pierce the veil. Get it?
I get it.
Because you're the one that doesn't have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't quite pierce the veil of the darkness itself, and your torchlight, as you get closer, tends to dim itself. Those of you, like I said, natural dark vision, you're starting to not be able to see as far right now. Probably, if you were to guesstimate it, probably just a loss of about 5 or so feet, not much. But Bart, you can see fine. You got magical dark vision.
Great.
You can see your, what is it, 60 feet, I believe.
Something like that. 120.
120.
120.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. What do your elven eyes see?
120 feet away, apparently.
Yeah.
In the dark and also magical darkness.
Yeah.
You close in. You make it closer to this cavern, and the floor, as you start to walk on it, it's sticky. It's grimy. It doesn't hinder your movement all that much, but it does hold you back a little. Y'all lose 5 feet of movement speed. Because you're walking on
slightly difficult terrain.
You're walking on movie theater floor right now.
Oh, gross.
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 I hate it.
And if you were to investigate the walls, which Bart, you would see this mostly, the rest of you probably not. You would see any sort of flora, or right, flora, plants, fauna is animals.
Correct.
So you would see any sort of flora and like any root life, or even mushrooms that might be growing out, are growing with these spotted parts of decay and ichor, and like just kind of oozing out of it.
Great.
You're really the only one to notice it. Because of your sight. The rest of you don't quite get that. But you are in this. There's a large open cavern that leads into darkness that'll kind of heads down below.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? You have your goblins. What is it? I believe at this point you got 5 goblins and the goblin chief.
I think it's not
4
many.
goblins and the goblin chief.
Yeah.
4 goblins and the goblin chief. We'll just say 5 to make it easy for the goblin stat block.
Bart's going to reach in his pack and just grab his holy symbol for a moment and just start, kind of rubbing on that thing because he's real creeped out. He's also going to throw some salt at the wall to see what happens. and just kind of point out, like, hey guys, this is icky and weird, and I imagine there's darkness and evil afoot. You might want to take a look.
I can't see evil anywhere.
How's it
You should
smelling? What am I feeling with my divine paladin sense here?
So you all smell.
Can you see in the dark?
Yes.
Okay.
You all get a smell and scent of decay and rot. Your heightened senses towards good and evil and all of that. It's overpowering. Evil. Does it? I can't quite remember how that works. Read that out to me, or let me know how that works.
So, the presence of strong evil registers as noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. So that's just always happening. Then, as an action, I can use an action if I want to be able to detect any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's not behind total cover.
Okay.
I would know the type, and you know the type of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. Okay. So, like, if it was a specific named character, I would not know it, but I would know there's a vampire or whatever.
Okay. And so are you using that action, or are you just doing the base passive ability?
Just the base passive ability.
Right. So
now.
your senses are overwhelmed at the moment of decay and death and evil and disgust. The rest of you smell this rot, you smell this decay, but like it's almost to like you kind of gag at the moment. It's not gonna like overpower you too much, but like right now, like your initial wall hits you and you kind of gag at the disgust.
We keep moving forward. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If my salt didn't do anything,
your salt landed.
Okay, great.
And it didn't.
Killed a couple slugs, maybe.
I'll say some silent prayers with the holy symbol.
Okay.
And then pocket that, and then just grab the medallion to see if I get any good or bad vibes off of it, but otherwise just follow with the crowd. Maybe send the goblins first.
Your holy symbol.
Yeah.
Is it of any specific god?
I never actually thought about that.
I know you have several, right?
Yeah.
So the one you're using now, is it of any specific one, or did you just grab one? Do you know?
I probably just reached into my pouch of holy shit and grabbed the first one I could. Although knowing Bart, there's more of a, he wouldn't just grab random. He would grab something specific. Something maybe like light in the darkness, some kind of thing like that. So I don't know patrons. I didn't look that shit up ahead of time. I probably should have.
But you would grab something of more of the lighter good. What's the word? Pantheon, right? Something not evil.
Yeah, no, definitely go like a lawful good style.
Okay. You notice as you look at this symbol that you normally take good care of these. You clean them.
Probably Tyr, just because he's always a good one.
Okay. What is Tyr? Does it say on there what Tyr is the god of?
Justice.
Justice. Okay. You grab this and you look at it, and you usually take good care of these, but this one, you know, is the god of justice, Tyr.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts, its glimmer is kind of lessened. You know you just cleaned it last night. You clean these. You take care of them. They're what keep everything at bay. So you want to honor these symbols. Whether you believe or not, you want to honor these symbols.
Yeah.
This thing looks like it hasn't been touched in weeks.
Like ultra tarnished?
Ultra tarnished.
That's not flying, so I'm trying to wipe it off as best I can.
You can like wipe it and get a little bit of the scuffing off.
Yeah.
And then it's almost as if like you take your eyes off it and go back, and it's there again.
Full panic mode, aggressive wiping, just not paying attention to anybody else at the moment.
How much can I see with light running?
With light running, I say that would pierce the darkness by you would lose about 5 feet of bright and dim at the moment, similar to their vision.
Okay.
It would pierce it, but it's starting to dim a little bit sooner.
Okay.
I'm also mumbling to myself, like, no, this is not good, that kind of thing. So, totally normal for Bartleby.
Yeah. You won't notice as you see him rubbing this holy symbol, as you are going to move forward.
I'm following the pack, though, so if they're doing their thing, I'm just going to keep fidgeting with my holy symbol.
So you travel into this darkness and into these lands, and it feels like you're going through this one singular cavern that winds to the left and to the right. Oh, it kind of dives further down and then occasionally will bump up a little bit. It feels like you're traveling for at least an hour and a half, until you eventually come up to a large cavernous room. Like, it's an eighth the size of the one you were just in with the lake. Like, it's not that big, but it's larger than the path that you were walking in. And as you're crawling, you, Bart, with your alert, you have a high passive perception. You can hear drips in the background. You can hear scuffling, the occasional pitter-patter of insectoid feet running along, the occasional scuffle of rock on rock. It's just all over, but nothing really coming towards you, but you can just, in general, hear this. And I need to ask, are any of you good aligned?
Yeah. It was chaotic good.
My passive perception is only a 12. I just can't be caught unawares.
Oh, I thought alert added to your passive perception.
It adds to my initiative for some reason.
Okay.
But,
I am as well.
Yeah, my initiative's an 8.
You
a plus 8.
So, Fenrir and Val, you are good?
Correct.
Okay. You guys are, as you head further and further down here, you start to get a very, very strong feeling of unease. And, like, this is not natural. And something very dark is down here. And while we're here, any social checks or social saves that you make, so charisma based, things like that, are at disadvantage.
Okay.
You enter into this big room, and ahead of you, it kind of branches off into 3 paths. One that lets you move directly forward, one that goes offset to the left, and one that goes offset to the right. And you're just in this large cavern, and you can smell the decay and the rot and kind of acidity as well, just in the air. And you can, as you look around, you'll see the occasional, like bestial bones coming out, like dug into the ground, but not far. Something that might have died down here, or has been dead for a while. That kind of started to rot due to this corruption itself. Smaller things, like you don't see any like bats or anything like that. Anything that tends to come down here of that size don't tend to leave, it seems. But you have these 3 paths set in front of you, heading to the left, to the right, and directly down the middle. Okay. And what do you guys do?
The pier is, I'm still aggressively rubbing my
and it gets clean.
holy symbol.
You from time to time you're able to clean it.
Okay.
But then you check it a moment or two later, and it doesn't look like you've been doing anything.
Okay.
Do you ever check any other symbol?
No, I'm focused.
You focused on just
on the
here
one that's here.
Okay.
But otherwise, I would probably, if anybody gets my attention, I would glance up and look down the halls to see what I can see. But if nobody points at me, I'm just going to be pretty preoccupied doing what I'm doing. So
what do you guys do?
I'm going to pull out like ready my staff because I'm feeling the unease. Like something's gonna happen. I don't like it.
Okay.
Here's where I am going to use the active ability part of Divine Sense.
All right, so it's everything within 60 feet.
Yeah.
Or it's So
I know if there are any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet
you
that aren't like totally behind cover.
Yeah. So you it's odd. The area you're in, you feel as if you are surrounded by not only undead, but other forms of creatures, not celestial or fiend. But you do get a sense of undead are around you. But no, I would say you wouldn't get a sense that they're directly on you at the moment. But they are. You get, like, in the area within the 60 feet, if you were to go looking, you right now it's probably smaller undead. Nothing, like, too massive or evil in a sense. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And do I notice any more one way or another down any of the corridors? Or kind of not any particular difference from where we are?
No, not any particular difference from where you are, just based on the distance of how the ability works. It's like you're surrounded by this evil, and you're surrounded by an aura of undead, but right now there aren't specifically any undead attacking you.
Yep.
But you also, there's auras of other sorts of creatures, but they're not ones that you can identify.
Gotcha.
Did you give me my sword back? Yeah, I think we made that exchange.
Okay, I thought so, but I wasn't. I didn't write it down.
So how y'all feeling? What are you thinking?
I'm busy. So unless they talk to me, I'm busy.
Is there anything that distinguishes one path from the others, or are they just basically the same? Like, does one path seem more trodden? Like,
are we in the Tomb of Horrors?
No, we're not in the Tomb of Horrors.
Darn.
That
would have been fun.
Level 4.
Yeah.
Make a survival check.
I like that noise.
Me too.
I like that he rolled it on the top one. That was easier to see.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
Survival?
Yes.
All right. 22.
22.
No,
Nice.
see, your box is on an angle, so
Oh,
clearly it doesn't count.
Yeah, that was cocked. You gotta roll again. No, 22. Nice. So you take a look around and using the aid from the light of Val's spell, because you don't have dark vision either, right?
Nope.
Yeah. So you two are blind, mostly down here, and you look around on the ground and
scared.
You feel like the ground itself, and it is fairly tightly packed. It's not loose.
Mm-hmm.
And looking around, you check one of the walls. You even touch some of the corruption, and it tingles. It doesn't burn, it doesn't hurt, but it starts to tingle your fingers. You quickly wipe that off. And after a moment or two, it subsides.
Mm-hmm.
And you continue to look around, and it's odd because you're underground. There's not a lot of weather. There's not a lot of wind that would cause like footprints or anything to be cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a sense that there have been things down here. You've been told that you think there's been things down here. But it's hard to tell if things went in one way or another. As you look back, you do see that you're leaving footprints. But if you were to go back maybe 15, like maybe 100, 200 feet behind where you are, the corruption kind of rolls over it pretty quickly.
Okay.
And it's like eating away anything that your footprints might have left, any sort of minerals, any sort of natural organic material is being eaten away pretty quickly as you walk across this. So there's not really much that you can track down here.
Okay. I think we should tell one of the goblins to go down one of the...
How many paths are there?
3.
I think we send a goblin down each of them, tell them to walk 200 feet, and then come back. And if they get attacked, make sure that they make some noise, so we know not to go there.
Do goblins have dark vision?
Goblins do have dark vision.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should send goblins to do some recon.
Yep.
So you'll send one in each direction?
Yeah.
So you got the captain, he's standing behind you. You explain this, and
We could also send the owl.
We could send the owl.
Send the owl.
I'll send the owl down one of them.
Are we still sending the goblins as well, or are you just sending the owl?
I'll send the owl down one of them. Whichever one you guys decide.
Right. Left, right, or middle?
Start on the left, I say.
Okay,
I always go right, but that's just me.
All right, I'm going down the center.
All right.
Fair. How far do you send? Just to the edge of your reach and then back, or do you actually tell it like?
I don't know. It depends on how dangerous it seems.
So
until it looks dangerous,
you have this connection to where you can command it up to 100 feet. Beyond 100 feet, you can't command it. You can still continue to see through its eyes, but you can't command it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And can't control it. So at about 100 feet into the central path, it winds a little to the left, a little to the right, and then you get about 100 feet into this cavern, and it just keeps going.
Okay.
It's hard. Your owl has dark vision. I'm assuming 60.
I'd have to check.
Might
That
be
sounds
right.
right.
It might be 120.
Let's go with that, and I'll correct.
We'll go with it's beyond its vision how much further it would have to go to get into an open room, but it seems clear for the most part.
Okay.
120 dark vision.
120. So,
do we hear any like creepy noises or?
Oh yeah, constantly. But it's not like nothing near you at the moment. But you're just coming in. You're hearing drips. You're hearing the shuffling.
Nope.
You're hearing sometimes occasional like.
Oh, good. Perfect.
And just like literally all sorts of odd, strange noises. Honestly, even like a xylophone as skeletons might be walking.
Okay.
All right, let's go find the jam.
Bart gives up on
Jam out
Peter,
with them.
and he pulls out Saloon Goddess of the Moon, which, yes, might also be tarnished, but still, it's something, just for himself. Again, he also grabs his medallion of connection to his deity, or not deity,
patron.
His patron, just to see if there's anything off of that. But
roll an arcane check. Yes.
Ugh. Skills. Sorry, let me get closer. Skills. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. Boop, 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 boop. There it is. Arcane is at the top. Big, stupid, dumb. No, it's not. It is. Ooh. 18.
18. You, as your owl is going, it gets 100 feet, another 120, and it can see that it's still just a long cavern. Does it continue to go, or do you call it back?
Call it back.
So it calls back, and over the time that it takes for it to come back, you grab your moon goddess thing. You see that it's also tarnished, and then you grab your amulet of the lady, the lady that you've never really spoken with much before. But you try to, in a sense, connect to her to see if she can give you...
you know, I've gotten buzzes and whatnot from it, so, you know.
Your eyes glaze over in white.
Oh, good.
And you are in a room of darkness.
Uh-huh. I can see through it, so it's okay.
It's just, as far as you can see, it's just darkness.
Great. You see through it, but it's all dark.
And you see a figure standing in front of you. Now, you've had slight visions of her before, but you've never actually fully seen her.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a long white-haired woman standing away from you, facing out towards you, lanky, skinny arms, kind of hunched a little bit, but they turn towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Long white dress, long fingernails with the tips covered in like some sort of ichor.
Gross.
And she looks at you and she kind of cracks a side smile. And she goes to speak. And you don't understand it.
Okay.
And then she closes in on you. Kind of quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it's a TV lady.
Yeah. I'm picturing like
sort of
a girl, but with white hair.
Sort of Samara-esque, yes. Sort of Samara-esque.
But you can see your smile too.
But like she and her hair's not covering her face or anything.
Yeah.
Like her hair's back.
Yeah.
And you see her eyes, and her eyes are just kind of plain.
Mm-hmm.
They're nothing special, just like a plain, maybe kind of anime-esque with just a dark dot in the middle of them.
Oh, good.
Dumb, basic eyes.
And
I was going to say basic bitch eyes, but no, he's got dark
and
people, nothing else.
She starts like to move closer to you, but like very horror movie-esque.
Uh-huh.
She's moving slow, but she's closing quick.
Yeah.
And it's skipping beats, and she's closing. She gets to you, and she grabs you. And she starts to try to speak, and you can see... And you can't really read lips all that well, but you can see she's trying to talk normal.
Mm-hmm.
But what's coming out? And just, you don't know what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
As she points, and there's a light that glows.
Okay.
Probably about a mile or two out from you.
Okay. Where does she point?
Well, right now it's just darkness. She points out ahead of you.
Okay.
And maybe a little off. But it's like ahead of you and a little off. Do you say anything? What do you do?
I mean, I'm terrified. So I got nothing.
You just
with a
freeze?
stone face, like frozen deer in headlights.
As she finishes, you see this shining light about a mile or so ahead.
Mm-hmm.
As your vision starts to blur,
mm-hmm.
and you come back to these caverns, and you see a little bit of the ping of that light that she pointed out,
mm-hmm.
as it fades into stone wall of the cave.
Yep.
You think she's directing you in a sense of straight,
mm-hmm.
and maybe a little to the right.
Okay.
But you're not sure.
Yeah. Great. So, fellas, I'm thinking the middle one.
Sure.
Why? Why are you thinking that?
The scary bits of everything that I'm always I think she tried to speak. I don't. Oh, nightmares about this for months. Anyway, she just revealed herself to me in a sense, and kind of pointed in this general direction, which isn't super helpful considering the doors are next to each other, but this one seems to be the most sensible of all.
And she seems trustworthy?
No.
Yeah, that sounds like crazy talk.
Yeah, 100%. It's my entire life,
especially
what
since
it's been like.
That path is just a winding path.
Yeah,
forward for what seems like a really long time.
Right, but
like that might be a trap.
She seems to really want to go this way.
Yeah, why would you want that then?
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, but
that's about as much as I can give her.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, I really don't trust this person at all. I actively avoid them, and I haven't talked to them at all. Let me talk to them now, and then trust them implicitly right away.
Speaking, I sensed. I just wanted to say every now and again. It's uncomfortable, but she has thus far kept me alive in situations that have been not so great, and this is one of those. And I think following the direction in which she wants me to go might be beneficial in some capacity. I'm not sure why. That is where I intend to go.
Vale narrows her eyes and says, okay.
Trust me, I am in the same place as you, Vale. So
I'm putting a hood or something over my head, covering my eyes, and putting owl in my shirt. And I'm just exclusively looking out of owl.
That's genius.
I love it. It's just genius. My favorite use of Find Familiar was in Campaign 2 of Critical Role. They had the guy who played King what's his name from
Listen, nobody else watches that
from Walking Dead. The King what's his name? Ezekiel, yeah. Kyrie Payton. They had Kyrie Payton on, and his character had the Find Familiar, but his character himself was blind.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So he saw through his familiar. In this
sense, Vale is essentially blind.
Yeah. This is my favorite use of Find Familiar.
Marvel Comics did that like a decade ago.
Whatever.
True. With who?
Reader. He was an Inhuman. He was totally blind.
I don't care.
He had a card that let him see through his dog's eyes.
Inhumans don't matter, so
yeah.
Except for the recent. Anyway.
But anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, that's just genius. All right, yeah. So Bartleby just sort of he returns his holy symbols and readies his magic sword, Shade, and just moves into the central chamber. At this point, still terrified, but
roll a quick insight check.
Yeah,
this is I want to. I'm a bad DM and I want to give you
6.
secrets. 6. Okay, then never mind. You would not piece together a lot of what might have just happened.
It's fine.
That's okay. I'm a bad DM and want to tell secrets.
I like it this way better. So, yeah.
Should we still send? So, it seems like we're going to go down the center one, but should we still send the goblins down the other one?
I think we should put the goblins in the front.
Okay.
Listen, I am all for sending the goblins to explore. I intend to go this direction.
Would you guys like to check out the side rooms before we move forward?
Did we check the side rooms and potentially miss out on treasure?
I was going to say that.
Don't come back this way.
Yeah.
I have a whole half a page of map, guys. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's great. So I mean, as Bartleby, I will, if you wish to investigate the alternative directions, that is fine. But this will be the ultimate destination.
So in character, Vale wants to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
because that's what I was told. I feel.
I hand you Saloon's holy symbol.
No, thank you,
Goddess of the Moon.
I'm
Light
okay
in the dark.
I'm okay.
Right,
I don't think there's going to be a lot of help from gods here.
You're right. Me neither. But it could be something.
You would know that...
you might want to take his sword, it glows.
No, I'm okay.
You can ask him nicely. He doesn't need it.
I'm alright.
Your understanding of the gods, you would know that
Saloon.
She was created in order to entice all of the betrayer gods and the just dark gods off of the planet so that they could cover the planet with the seal that keeps the gods out.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, just if you wanted to give her more comfort, like, this is...
Seems like Vale doesn't want my help, so fine. You get nothing. I explained. Light in the darkness.
More specifically, I don't want God's help because they're not going to help down here, but thank you.
I understand, and I don't believe they'll help either. It's just a peace of mind kind of thing.
I'm not going to have any peace of mind in here.
Me neither. Are we going left or right?
Right.
Right it is. Always go right.
With the goblins first.
Goblins first.
So you got the battalion of 5 goblins, and then the
chief
goblin
fight against
chief.
that at all?
No. He's just...
At this point, he's probably just like, fuck off, I don't care.
He's like, after getting knocked out the night before and just not sure what's going on, they themselves, all of the goblins, feel this unease as well, but not as hard as like these two may. But they're just like, they don't think they belong here. They don't think they belong underground at the moment. But they're just like, if this is what's gonna stop our people from dying, like their morale, and you guys might have caught on to this, is getting very low because to stop their people from dying, all of their people have died.
It's amazing.
So
it's almost like this was a bait or something.
So they're kind of getting like they're starting to lose their.
Am I good anymore? Like, God, actually,
no, I don't think any of us were.
So these creatures are inherently evil,
right?
you have misguided them for the betterment of others.
All right, fair.
So
Yeah.
I don't
Also,
I
with
just want to.
the like
You go ahead.
theoretical potential of betterment for themselves,
you're trying.
we've, in the shittiest way possible, been like, but this could be good for you.
And it's also not your fault that half of them died because they were also curious about the mushroom.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't
that's
kill
true.
them. We did not kill them.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
could
I have
have
not. I have not killed any of them
Heads
yet.
up for you. New 5e rules: no creatures inherently evil. Just throwing
I
that
know,
out
but
there.
like the
So
like,
you're
inherently
but also-
evil for
but also
thinking that.
racist.
But also,
like,
this is our world, not the official
but
DC
it's,
I know.
world.
these creatures aren't inherently evil,
These
but the
ones
way
are.
their tribe
Yeah,
has
right.
ran has been going
I'm just
more
yeah,
towards they only.
I
care
was
about
just trying to be all woke about it. So
No,
I don't care.
Trust me, I know.
You feel real woke.
In my world in general, not all
Real
creatures are
woke.
inherently
Real
evil,
woke.
but
Yeah.
this tribe is.
Big wake.
So you guys are going to the right. And
Yes.
you've got the 5 goblins. in
Always
front.
go right.
Usually on mazes, it's always go left. But okay, we'll do
This
that.
isn't a maze.
I know. It's done.
Maybe it
This
is
is politically. I always go right.
amazing.
You can leave. You start to head towards the right, and you get about 120
Goblins ahead of us.
Yeah, goblins ahead
Okay,
of you,
all right.
chieftain, and then you
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
And you get about 120 to 150 feet ahead, where the room starts to open up and get into this large cavernous space with a few like wide open crevices that on your vision only, Bart, you can see don't really lead to anywhere, but there are like at the far depths of your vision you can see that there are 2 paths out from here.
Okay.
I need one of you to roll a d6. Anyone, it doesn't matter. Just one of you. 4.
One. We'll go with his.
I mean, it didn't matter either way.
It only mattered if we got a 6. Wow.
No, I mean, there's still going to essentially be something. This is all you see at this point. There are some stalactites from the ceiling hanging down, a few stalagmites from the ground standing. You stand mightily. You hold tight. Timmy taught me that.
I'm not going to argue it. I'm just shaking my head to make him doubt himself.
I know. I'm already doubting
was
myself
doubting it.
before you started shaking your head.
That's what, as soon as he started doing it, it's like you got to shake your head to make him doubt himself. Great. Which way does the goblin want to go?
The goblins look towards you for guidance. They don't want to be here.
I point them in both directions so they split the party.
The chieftain, he looks and he's like, "Look, what are we doing here? Like,
Listen.
this is not what we came to fight them. Why are we working with them? They attacked
Because-
me. They attacked us.
Understandable that you would question the motivations here. But
I was knocked out after all this, before all the discussion happened.
listen. If you're not going to let me talk, then I'm not going to let you talk. Okay? Here's the deal.
Fuck.
I'm not going to let you talk.
Here's the deal. We need to find the answers here, because if the answers are in this cave, then we will then have the knowledge we're seeking. So if we maybe split up and go both ways, I'm sure we'll meet around some sort of curvy thing and we'll all be peachy keen. So let's just make our way in to get the answers we need, and everything that you're questioning will be revealed. Yes?
I don't know.
You can turn away, but you'll probably die. Or you can keep going and hopefully live.
As you're saying this, you catch it out the corner of your eye. A couple of goblins are standing over by a large stalagmite.
Mm-hmm.
As you notice some tendrils
Nice.
starting to come out.
Great.
and you see a gaping mouth open up.
You see, if they would have listened, this wouldn't be happening.
And then you look, and there, I need initiative. There's a roper in front of you all.
Could we instead run away?
26. Bart's going to miss first.
For sure. Like, almost guaranteed.
Let's use...
This is the dumbest feat I could have possibly picked. But
what,
I love
alert?
it. Alert.
23.
Look at that.
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
Amazing.
This is the opposite of usual.
Right?
Start that.
Actually, I don't usually have to roll with this character, which is great.
Yeah.
Y'all are going first. He got a 2-1.
Nice.
The roper?
Yeah.
Is it just one? As far as we know, I guess.
As far as you know, it's just one.
But he said he, so.
Let's just pick this guy. Oh, and the chieftain has got a 25 with a natural 20.
That's pretty good.
Yep. And we have this one right here. These guys. Come on, open up. 11. Alright. So we have 26. Did somebody?
Yeah.
26 for Bart.
26 for Bart. Fail got a 23.
I was like, what did I get? I know it was 20-something.
23.
Had a 25. Val. 23. Above 11.
I got 18.
Wow.
Finner.
Wow.
18.
7.
Nice.
Yeah.
20, 7.
11.
Get fucked, high rolls.
Rosarin. 7.
He still beat them.
And then the roper with a 1. So yeah,
This poor roper.
Bart, you see these tendrils start to reach out and come to attack.
Yeah.
The goblins,
Yeah.
the 5 goblins that are kind of standing near it as they were sitting there waiting for your command. What do you do?
So again, I look and say, if we would have not wasted time talking about this and just moved forward, this wouldn't be happening. And I Eldritch Blast the thing.
Okay.
A 24 is my attack roll.
You hit
It's amazing.
without advantage. You hit.
Good
Thank
job.
you, everybody. Thank you.
That's good because you're not getting advantage while we're down here.
I'll be here for another 1,000 episodes or something.
Mhm.
7 plus 4 is my damage. Oh, I didn't hex it. Can I hex it? Let me hex it.
Yeah, I'll give you that. So go ahead and roll that hex damage. I kind of assume you always hex it, but you do have to say that you hex it. But I'll be nice.
6.
So it was a total.
Uh,
Was it 7 and then 6, right?
11 plus 6.
11 plus 6, so
17.
17.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I always forget to do hex ahead of time. I forget it's a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I always want to do bonus after an action instead of before.
I get it. I get
You
it.
know.
I get
Anyway.
I feel like you should remember the bonus action since that's exactly what we're recording.
Oh, wow. It's
you-
the name of the show, isn't it?
Yeah.
I should probably remember that.
Yeah, you should remember the bonus action. I just
Got
bumped
it.
everything.
If you had a big banner up here that's a bonus action, I might remember
If
that.
I ever
We do.
get a recording studio,
I probably
In the
still
theater of the
forget.
mind.
But do you do
We
it?
do.
Do you stand?
In
Do you
theater of
try
mind.
to move away?
Ah.
Do you just stand where you were? You're probably about a good 20 or so feet
Yeah, I'll
from
back
this
away
roper.
because Bart don't like to get hit. So.
All right, you back away. The chief then looks and takes his turn against it, and he's going to make his 2 attacks. Where is the chief? That's
This poor son of a bitch.
Right. Put him and his people through complete
that's
anguish.
16,
Just trying
which
to live its
misses, and that's a 12, which also misses. So the chieftain runs up and just swings his 2 claw attacks at this guy and misses both times. We've got Val next.
I'm going to mock it.
You're gonna viciously mock this roper.
Yeah, I am.
That is fine. How do you make fun of this?
Dumb idiot.
You weren't
Oh.
good enough to be a stalactite.
Yeah. About to get mobbed by a bunch of people who don't know where they're going, you idiot.
You might be a dumb rock.
Oh, shit.
And it's oh wow, they're very wise.
Wow.
That's a 10 though.
Yeah, the rocks.
Okay.
They've been around
That's a
forever.
13 it would have
Right,
to succeed
they've
against.
seen the history
So
of the
it has
world.
disadvantage, and
It does.
it
And it
takes
takes
damage.
2 damage.
2 damage. Gotcha.
You idiot.
You stupid idiot. You just see it kind of... I don't know what kind of noises these fucking things make.
Make a
Sad
noise.
They don't
noises.
have... I did just make it...
That's what makes.
That's not it either.
I don't know.
That sounds like it's
Weirdly,
purring.
it says Pikachu when it gets hit.
No, we can't do that. That's trademark. Finner, you see this giant rock-looking weird mouth thing attacking the goblins, and an Eldritch Blast and an insult were sent to it. What do you do?
Can I run around behind it and then attack it?
Yeah, you'll get advantage for flanking. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay.
I like that. That like it's on an
It's
angle,
like
so
a
it
dice tower,
rolls.
basically.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's legitimately the most satisfying noise I've heard all week.
18 to hit.
No. So you go and you punch this thing, or you're hitting with your staff.
Yeah.
You go to hit it, and you're just your entire body rings because you kind of just hit rock.
Okay.
This thing's skin is very thick.
I guess then I'll try to punch it.
All right, go for that punch.
But harder this time.
You're also still at advantage because of flanking. So
18 plus 6.
24.
24.
that'll hit, but roll to see if you get in at 20.
Oh, right. Nope.
Okay, so yeah, that your punch hits. You're able to pull back and swing, punch inward, like a few inches to the side of the rock that you just hit, and you're able to find purchase into like some fleshy grossness.
6 damage.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do? Bonus? Oh,
That was my bonus action. So I'll just stay where I am behind it.
okay. That ends Finner's turn. It is the goblin pack now. The swarm, and they are going to just attack these poor guys. They're also going to close in on it, have some sense of flanking, because, you know, the way I'm envisioning it, they're just all surrounding this thing at this point. But you'll still be able to close in if you're melee. And they're going to attack with... No. They're gonna strike with their claws, and they're gonna miss, unfortunately. Which ends the horde. Rosarin, it's your turn.
All right, can I get in and also flank it?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, there's the way it kind of is you're flanking with the horde, he's flanking with the chief. So you're all just kind of surrounding him.
So first, I'm going to cast Divine Favor on myself.
Okay. What does that do?
Gives me extra 1d4 damage on every hit I make for a
Nice.
minute.
Wow.
Nice. That's pretty sweet. Is that concentration? I'm assuming it
Yes.
is.
Yeah. And then I'm going to make an attack. Well, 2 19s. So that's a 25.
That hits.
And I'm going to use a first level spell slot for a Divine Smite. So
Isn't
this will
that
be-
also concentration?
No. Other smites
Other
are.
smites are. Okay.
Yeah.
Divine Smite
Just
isn't even a bonus action. It's just
It's
we
a
Class
okay.
feature.
You get to
Just-
decide.
I knew the other ones were. I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure
No,
because
yes,
Yeah.
fair. But
it's like I played yesterday and I was playing a character who has water walking, water breathing, and aid. And so I literally cast water walking, water breathing, and aid, which all just last. And so I casted aid twice to aid 2 groups of people. I'm like, they're just there. It's not concentration. It just works. Like, this is pretty sweet.
20 damage,
20 damage. Nice.
14 plus 6.
That all radiant? Well, there's a little slashing, I guess.
All right. I guess I probably should have rolled the 1d8 slashing first. The rest of it is radiant.
I did 17. I didn't get a nice. Screw you guys.
That was alright.
You did.
You get a nice just for hitting it all.
Yeah, you got the you got the cheers.
Yeah, you got
You got
Forget
an
it.
applause.
Yeah.
Forget it. I
I don't
rolled
think
a
we,
max
I don't think he
roll
wants
hex,
to clap,
okay?
but
That's fine. I'm
so
I'm being a baby.
you slash at it with this blade.
We'll say it was 1 slashing damage. The rest of it is radiant. Or I guess it's 7 slashing, 13 radiant.
Mhm.
Because the 1d8 plus 6. and then 2d8 and 1d4.
Boy. Oh boy, these guys have a lot to do. So this Roper now, with all of you surrounding it, with the goblins all around it, with everything, it uses its multi-attack and flails out its tendrils. One to hit at the swarm, one to hit at Rosarin, one to hit at Fenrir, and one to hit at the chief. So we'll go chief first. Well, no, we'll go chief first. It's 13 plus. Come on, I just want these guys to die so I don't have to do anything with them anymore.
No, they should live.
That's where we're at, too.
Let's see. So it's a 20 against the chief. Oh, jeez. Can I get 3 more D4s? Drew?
Nope. I only have 1.
And the rest of my die are over there. So 2, 4, 5, 8.
But DM only has 1 set of dice. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I brought 36 with me and I used a
So,
tablet.
12 damage is dealt to the chief. And he gets grappled with these tendrils. We're going to go ahead and attack the horde or the swarm of goblins, which their armor is 15, and this guy does +7. So he misses with the swarm. They're all like kind of separate and away, so it was really hard for him to hit them. Fenrir, 13.
That's a miss.
And Rosarin, it's a net 1. So the reaches
Oddly.
reaches out to grab everything. Happens to grab tendril. Target is grappled.
Grapples
Until the
itself,
grapple
weirdly.
ends.
But hear me out. What if we
Target
just
is
leave the chief?
restrained. It actually grapples the chief and pulls him closer and munches on him with his bite.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to?
Is that nat 20?
Do you want to look at the nat 20?
Yes.
You want to look at the nat 20?
Yep, it is a nat 20
It is a
confirmed.
nat 20 with this bite, which is 4d8. I need.
Normally 48?
It's normally 4d8.
Well, I've
8
got
dice.
5.
Those are d6s.
Oh. Well, I've got 5.
So what is
You need 3.
I need.
You would roll that.
I feel like
and
he's
then
not looking
3.
great.
Yeah,
So
that sucks pretty hard for that guy.
Yeah.
He already got knocked out
Real
once.
quick. 1, 2, 5,
You know,
6.
if it was one of you guys, I would have made that a 12.
11 plus 7 is 18, and then 3 more. Because I'm going to double roll.
This is why
That's
I'm
another
like,
6
am I a good person
on top
anymore,
of
really?
18, 4.
24.
Plus 1 more is 25. Plus 4 is 29. Which is...
That's a lot of damage.
He takes a hard bite off the side of this goblin, and you just see him start to gush blood down his side, and he's just... The chief is... He's not dead, but he is not looking good at all.
No.
If anyone
That
asks,
ends
I
the
can't heal.
Roper's turn. Look, if he had grabbed one of somebody else with his grapple, he might have bit someone else. But he grabbed the chief, so it kind of just made sense that he pulled it in and bit him.
This is what he gets for questioning
Bart.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn.
That literally
That's
was
me.
what I was thinking.
Yep. God, my D8's back. Oh, sorry. No.
Nope.
Because I'm going to need them again. So will I. Probably not that many, though.
All right, so I got a crazy move here. I'm going to use an Eldritch Blast.
I don't believe you.
No,
lies.
Oh,
You-
my owl.
You mean Chilling Grasp?
Yeah,
Yeah, what does your owl do?
Oh, it's an owl.
It's gonna help me.
Okay. So what does your Chilling Blast
Son of a
do?
bitch.
Your Eldritch Grasp. What do you do?
A 23.
You hit? You hit
Yeah.
twice in one combat without advantage.
Without help. Without help. Look at me, guys. 13 for the damage.
Okay.
That was alright.
1 for the heck.
6 for the hex.
Oh,
2
double.
in a row.
2 sixes
So
and a
it's
hell yeah.
19.
Good job. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah.
19?
19. See?
Nice.
That was a ton of damage.
No,
Good
you
job
know what?
on those
Forget it. It
rolls.
wasn't even that good. Just forget it. It's fine. I'm not even that cool.
Blushes
Or-
on the
Warlock's not even
corner.
great. Warlock's not even that good. Forget it.
Okay. You send a blast that hits it on its side. You see some of the rock face start to crumble off of it, but
Good.
it's still holding true.
Come on.
We got the chief who I'm gonna roll to see what he would do. He's either gonna try to break out or he's gonna try to rage and attack.
I have a question.
What's up?
Does anyone know if I switch the dice? Or is that my character is the only one that knows that?
I feel like I feel like you're the only one who would know that you altered fate.
Lovely. All right.
Yeah, you're the only one who would know that you altered fate. Like, the way I envision it is you see it happening immediately and you kind of push it.
Okay.
So like it happens at the same time, but you push the fate you want.
Yeah.
So he's high. He's going to try to break out. Low. He's going to try to fight. I rolled a 20 and I got a 7. So he's going to fight. So he's going to fucking rage and get 3 attacks on this guy.
That's actually probably more fitting.
Yeah.
He's going to be raging for 4 turns. First attack,
Assuming he lives that long.
natural 20.
Nice.
He's sure going to try.
Second attack, 17 plus numbers, so that's going to hit. Third attack is 15 plus numbers, which that is also going to hit.
Oh, nice.
So he gets, what is it?
It's gonna fucking kill it. God damn it. All the things are still goddamn alive.
7, 8, 9,
I've got a plan.
10, 11. Plus 5, so 16. And then the next attack is 4. That's 9. Plus 9. So 18. 79. 89. Motherfucker killed it. Rages.
Told you.
Good job.
Rages and just turns his. Hold on, actually, he's restrained. So isn't it just. No, it's not
Nope.
disadvantage. Okay, I'm trying to find ways to just kill these guys. But no, he just rages and you just see him seething in anger with his just blood gushing out the side as he just strikes 4 times or 6 times with his claws on this guy, and it like thrashes his face and mouth. You see his teeth come out and it kind of just drops and like falls limp as it releases the chief.
Initiative's over.
I mean, the chief ends his turn. It is your turn next.
Okay.
If you want to continue anything.
I'm not
Technically-
going to attack or anything.
So yeah, initiative, essentially for the time being, there is no perceivable threat.
Fantastic. I do want to see if I can back away into a corner in this with our group where nobody's noticing me.
I mean, you could probably get Bart, but these two are right in the middle of everything. So to pull them off to the side without any,
But like if I hang out over by Bart. Would I be somewhat inconspicuous here?
Yeah.
Lovely. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to minor illusion on his wound. And I'm going to have some, like, black smoke and ichor come out of it.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. You.
And I'm going to maintain that illusion.
All right. And I mean, that is your turn.
Yeah.
Fenrir, you see the chief drop. You see everything fall, but you see coming out of the wound this darkness and creep coming from within the goblin chief.
So I'm going to, seeing this, I'm going to knock out the chief. I'm not going to kill him.
Okay, non-lethal.
I'm going to attack him.
Go ahead.
It's 13 plus 6, 19.
That'll hit.
6 damage.
Yeah, he's down. You knocked him out. You needed 4. So you bonk him on his head, and he just drops, and you see this. How long does minor illusion last for?
Well, I'm going to continue to refresh it.
Okay, so like but it's a concentration for so long, and then
I'm going to check in a second here. 1 minute.
Okay,
so at like 50 seconds, I'll end up resetting it.
Yeah, so like for the next few moments, you see this darkness coming from the creature. The horde itself sees it, and you hear some murmurs like, "What is? Huh? Was he infected? Is he the darkness?" Like they're just kind of talking within themselves. Rosarin, you see this ichor coming from. You saw Fenrir knock him out. You hear these discussions from the goblins themselves. What do we do? What do you do?
Until we can find out, just follow my orders.
Roll a persuasion.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's not very good. Although I have like a +8, I think.
It's a 14 now. So 14 plus whatever your modifier is.
Okay, +5.
So you go and you start to fumble on your words, and you're like, and then you just, out of nowhere, you're just like, you follow me now. Whatever happens, you listen to me. And they look towards you, and they just stop for a moment, and they get information behind you. Do you guys tie up the chief? Do you do anything? What do you do? At this point, I would say initially he is definitely
I'm going to move up and be like, oh, this kind of looks like corruption here. Let me check it out. Mm-hmm. And I'll just kneel down and pretend like I'm looking around for proof. And I'm like, yeah, this is definitely the same corruption that we were dealing with before.
Say, roll a deception, but I'm going to give you the deception at advantage just because...
Fantastic.
Like, you're trying to deceive people that are already under your enthrallment due to... not enthrallment, but
so that would bring it to normal, correct? Because I'm good.
Yeah.
Which now I have advantage because I have the help action on myself for my owl, which I haven't used yet.
Yeah, sure. Then I'll go for it, yeah.
It's a 19.
Yeah, you all see that he's trying to inspect him. Like, you all notice that he's trying to inspect him. The goblins look around. There are information standing behind Rosarin, like, we'll follow him. Doesn't seem to have guided us too far off the path, but what do we do with the captain? And at the moment, the captain is stable.
In all my experience dealing with the corruption, they slowly lose themselves to it. So what you guys want to do with your captain is your choice. We're here to support you.
I mean, he's been How long has he been corrupt for?
Who knows?
Could have been from the river bite. Could have been from the initial exposure in your village. It's hard to say.
I'm sprinkling some holy water on the chief, muttering some shenanigans because I'm completely out of that loop there, and semi-exercising. I don't want to expend too much of my shit on him, but just a little bit, giving him the rights to try to remove the demons.
The goblins are like, what do you think we should do? And they look up to you, Rosarin.
Restrain him. Make sure he's okay. Alive, anyway. Maybe when we clear whatever this is, he'll be okay. He also may be totally gone.
So, they patch him up. You guys provide galls or any sort of medical things. I'm assuming you're not going to heal him.
No.
Yeah, so you provide systems for him to be patched up. You tie him off to an actual stalagmite and not another roper, I assume. And you're just going to leave him?
Or do we bring him with us?
Or do you carry him with you?
They carry him.
And that's where we're going to end it for the night, guys. Smart. I hope you guys... I had a lot of fun with that one. I don't know about you all, but I only care about myself, so... No, I hope you guys had fun.
It's a great quality in the DM.
I hope you didn't have fun.
Whatever, guys. I had fun.
All died. It was fun for me.
But just a quick reminder, because I didn't say it at the top, don't forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/OneQuestOnline. $5 tier, you get the show a few days early. $10 tier, you get the entire recording all at once whenever we have the recording, usually about monthly or so. But that's going to be it. We will catch you all in about 2 weeks or 2 minutes, depending on how you catch us. Bye. Or hi.
Good morning.
Hey.
If you would like to find more of our content, you can head over to www.one-quest.com, or you can always help us by supporting us at patreon.com/onequest. If you can't support us there with dollars, though, you can go to your favorite podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, all those fun places. Rate us, review us, subscribe to us. Those things all help a whole bunch. You can also find us on social media. It's facebook.com/onequestonline or at @one_quest on Twitter and Instagram. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/onequestvideo, and you can always send us an email to social@one-quest.com.